We look set. First leg of today's pick 6, 1,200 meters, all in line. And they're racing away. Down the inside, Hard Day's Night responded well. Prince of Wales was a little slow to get going, and he's tucked in behind runners and electing to go over and look for the better going down that inside running rail. So Hard Day's Night over towards the inside goes quick, and Corridor of Power is elected to come right to the outside running rail, and in fact is going quickest of all and starts to open up a useful lead hard up against the outside running rail. So Corridor of Power goes clear by about 4 or 5 up that outside running rail. Glider over towards the inside has come into second. They followed by Hard Day's Night. It tracks that leading group over towards there inside the red cap. We've got Solid as a Rock down that inside running rail. In behind them, Ruby Rocker in the green is trying to get into it too. Racing just in behind these is Night Sign as they come on down towards the final 400. Corridor of Power still goes the quickest up towards the outside, but Hard Day's Night now comes forward in the centre of the course and is going on well. Right down the inside, Whiskey Baron is starting to kick on nicely, and Solid as a Rock down that inside running rail has also got running in him. They come down to the final 300 now. It's Hard Day's Night has come forward to pick it up on the outside, and he's going on well. And Hard Day's Night is too good here. He's drawing away in the closing stages. The battle on for the places behind that, but Hard Day's Night will stay on, and he'll win it quite comfortably. Flying Ryan might just get up for second. Whiskey Baron behind that third. Down the inside, Prince of Wales gets up for fourth, just ahead of Ruby Rocker. Closing stages, Uran's Hard Day's Night, the favourite out in front and well clear, drifted right towards the outside. That's not really where the better going is this afternoon, but the horse seemed to come to the outside running rail, but it didn't really matter where he raced. He could have raced in the sand track. He's too good here. 8, Hard Day's Night draws off to win, and he wins easing up. The battle's on for the places. I think 7, Flying Ryan, just gets up for that second, ahead of 17, Whiskey Baron back in third, and 11, Prince of Wales rounds out your quartet. Ruby Rocker was just in behind those. They were followed by Dynasty's Gift, who kicked on well in the closing stages. Further back then was Stormy City. Head on view there, you'll see your winner going walkabout. He's had been towards the centre of the course. He was drawn number 1, but he finishes up towards the...
Go. All clear. Racing from that 1600 and more than grand was slow in the start as said go. Dropping back shortly after the start was 3 Balloons, and so too Count My Luck. Getting away the quickest was Robertson, and there goes Hard Day's Night pushing forward. That one's off in search of the lead. Then comes Elysian Park, who's settling to race about 3 lengths off that leader. Cognac and Ice is on the move. Belcourt Castle is sitting on the rail. Then comes Lane Frost in the red cap, who's also on the move outside of runners. 2 lengths further back comes Valerio, who's a length and a half in front of 3 Balloons. That one sitting on the inside of Magical Bet. Count My Luck is racing back 1 from last and more than grand. He's racing at the end of the line, and that one's sitting a good 14 lengths off that leader as they head towards the middle of the bend. Just over 800 metres left to go. In front we've got Hard Day's Night, that sets the pace, but on the move on the outside it's Lane Frost that's looped them all, and that one's going to guide them into the home straight. Next we got Cognac on Ice. 2 lengths away we find Robertson, who's sitting on the inside of Elysian Park. Belcourt Castle is being followed by Valerio. Count My Luck, 3 Balloons, and then comes More Than Grand, who still sees them all as they head towards the 400. Lane Frost in front, but quickly tackled along the inside by Hard Day's Night, who comes back and regains the lead. They've pulled a good couple of lengths clear over Cognac on Ice. Up the outside comes Valerio. Then comes Elysian Park in front. It is Hard Day's Night once again hanging towards the middle of the track. And he's in front. And he's kicked a good couple of lengths clear of them. And Hard Day's Night, a little bit all over the place, comes home easing up to win it. Second goes the way of 3 Balloons. Then it's tight. Valerio in a photo with Elysian Park for minor money. Hard Day's Night. Once again, very green in the closing stages. Some of this fellow just seems to hang all over the place in the closing stages, but Hard Day's Night, certainly a very talented individual. He gears down to win the opening leg of the jackpot. 3 Balloons on the inside is going to be involved in a photo. Might just scrape into that second spot. On this side, Valerio and Elysian Park, literally finishing nose for nose next to each other. Then came Lane Frost, followed by Magical Bet. Count My Luck will be followed by Cognac and Ice. Then we had Belcourt Castle and Robertson. Getting back into the action, Lane Frost had looped them all, brought them into the home straight, and Hard Day's Night comes back again. Once he hits the front, look, he hangs towards the stand side. Jockey changes his stick to keep him on a straight course, but he's a little bit all over the place, but extremely talented is Hard Day's Night. Certainly one for the notebook and for the future. The captain Rodney go forward together. They're in a straight line and they're ready to go. 1600 meters, flag goes up, gates fly, racing to a perfect beginning in the Selangor Cup, except for Sylvester the Cat, who was hopelessly left at the start, and he lost about 20 lengths coming out of the gates. Getting away the quickest was Victorious J. Up there with the speed, we got Lord Marshall. Hard Day's Night is pushing forward to go and set up handy. On the move too, we got Eighth Wonder, being followed by Mawari, who's sitting on the rail, just 2 lengths off that leader. 2 further back, we got Purple Mountain, sitting on the inside of Rodney. A length and a half behind that comes Illuminated, the red cap, Aspara between runners. 3 deep on the move, we got NASA, and that leaves Brilliant Crimson racing at the end of the line, and that one sitting a dozen off the leader as they head towards the middle of the bend. Just over 800 meters left to go, and Hard Day's Night has won the battle for the lead. Eighth Wonder is showing up on the outside of Victorious J. Lord Marshall and Mawari going side by side. They 4 lengths off that leader. A length and a half to Rodney. Then we find Purple Mountains and NASA. Next it's Illuminator being followed by Aspara, and Brilliant Crimson going to whoop them in as they flatten for the run to the judge in the Selangor Cup with just over 400 meters left to go. Hard Day's Night is the one in front. Victorious J is in second. Eighth Wonder poised to strike. Being produced up the middle, we got Mawari. Deeper out, we got Rodney. Then comes Lord Marshall into the final 200. Hard Day's Night is being pressed by Victorious J. Mawari still got 4 lengths to make up. Rodney coming up the outside with NASA flying into the closing stages. NASA is also taken off on the outside. To the wire they come. I'd say on the inside, Hard Day's Night kept going. Victorious J and NASA, those two in a photo for minor money. Hard Day's Night kept going on the inside. Victorious J. NASA's not yet in the picture, but that one is absolutely motoring home. It's Hard Day's Night. The jockey throwing everything but the kitchen sink on this one to keep him going as they hit the wire. It's Hard Day's Night. 3 on the card that just kept going. Over Victorious J in second. Up the outside, NASA was absolutely flying to run into third, ahead of Illuminator, who was also coming with a devastating run at the end. Then we had Purple Mountains, followed by Rodney, Lord Marshall, Eighth Wonder. Mawari will finish down the field alongside of Brilliant Crimson, and then came Aspara. What a ride by Anton Marcus. He managed to get Hard Day's Night over and to the front, midway around the turn, and he's keeping Hard Day's Night going in front.